For as long as I can remember, I've been captivated by hearing stories and books spoken aloud. This is Jana, and in today's bonus episode of Audiobooks in 5, I'm going to share a few details about how I came to love audiobooks and a few tips for those of you who are just getting started. When I was a kid, I had no shame in begging adults to read to me. Our family didn't own a television until well into my teen years, so books and stories were a portal to the outside world. Afternoon and bedtime stories were the magic hour of my day. Once I learned how to read on my own, however, the allure of the spoken word didn't leave me. One of the first audiobook recordings I can remember listening to over and over was the vinyl recording of The Velveteen Rabbit, narrated by Meryl Streep and accompanied by pianist George Winston. That recording came out in 1985, and I continued listening to books on tape after that. In high school, a local radio station used to play Louis L'Amour Western novels in the early evening, and I'd walk around the neighborhood with my Sony Walkman completely absorbed. Next came books on CD, which I borrowed by the dozen from my local library. But here's the bottom line. If you're someone who sits a lot, whether by choice or not, and wants to be more active and read more, audiobooks are the best way to consume great content on the go. Now, what I have to say next really is key. What makes or breaks an audiobook for almost everyone I know is the narrator. This is a tough one, but suffice to say, I will listen to a book that is just okay if the narrator keeps me completely absorbed, but not so much the other way around. Occasionally, I'll find myself turning the audio speed on double because we've got narrators out there who take their time, so to speak. One of my first recommendations to anyone interested in listening to audiobooks is to check out your local library. The Libby app is available through many North American libraries, and you can find thousands of titles free of charge if you have a library card. Yes, many of the latest releases will have long wait lists, but here's my recommendation on that. Put at least half a dozen titles on hold, and you'll have a steady stream of great material to listen to as holds become available. My local library automatically downloads audiobooks to the Libby app on my iPhone, so I always have at least one good book on the go. I've also had success using Audible, which is great for holding on to titles you plan to read again, or should I say, listen to again. And you can also add notes and bookmarks. There are several free audiobook sites available now. I have not used them myself, but why not check them out? Can't hurt. And additionally, if you have any feedback, comments, or questions, consider dropping me a line with a voice message via the Anchor app, or feel free to send me a comment on Instagram. I'll be back again soon with another audiobook review in 5, and thanks for listening.